can I help you?
Yeah, I'm waiting to speak with Kathy Kroback.
This is she.
Hello, Miss Kroback. Okay, I'm trying to find out. My name is Chris Throgmorton. I believe I've spoke with you before. I don't know if you remember me.
Yeah, I do.
I'm trying to find out, um, what what's going on my docket here with a case. Well, three case numbers, but they've been consolidated from what I understand. But it says my court hearing has been canceled. Then it says reason other, but I can't track down a definition for what that reasoning is, as well as I've had conflicting information both ways, where I'm told that I am expected at court on Valentine's Day, and I'm told that it's been canceled, so I'm not expected. I'm just trying to clarify because it's Valentine's Day.
Okay. Can you give me a cause number so I can look it up?
I
I
can,
don't. I'd
yes.
have to look it. Okay. Well,
One
give me one
second.
of them.
It's 46D01 18Z 1807 CM 001721 1737 and 1755. Um, but any
Okay, hold on. It was 46 deal 18. What was the rest of the 18 number?
07.
07.
Yep.
All right.
CM
CM
00.
1721.
Yes, 1721.
Okay. Okay, let me look that one up first.
The information should be the same on all three, so.
Okay, it looks like on this one, I'm sure the other two I can look them up also. It says there is a final pretrial conference scheduled for February 14th at 8:30.
Right. But then there's a January 11th entry that says that was canceled.
Yeah, let me go to the hearings. I still think it's still on, and it might have been showed the cancellation because maybe what happens if they make an entry and then the time gets incorrect or something gets entered wrong, they cancel it, which shows a cancellation, and then they put it in again. But let me look up on another one just to be sure, and I can check it for you.
So this is like a clerical error, or?
No, they probably moved it from one time to another, which is why it shows a cancellation. Um, I'm going to look up on one of the other ones. 1737, is that correct? Is that what you said? In 1755?
Correct. 1737 and 1755.
I must have missed a number.
As well as there's a few more entries, something about some emails right before that. Is there ways I can get copies of those?
On all of them?
It just
On all
says.
cases?
I mean, I'm assuming it's the same piece of paperwork. I don't need three copies.
Okay.
In my opinion, there's no record of these being consolidated, and it's generating a lot of extra paperwork because of it.
Okay, then on this one, on the 1737, it looks to be, I'd have to check with the clerk over there in Superior 1. It looks like the February 14th hearing at 8:30 was set and then canceled and moved to March 7th. That's what it appears on this one. Because both the March 7th and the February 14th both say final. Oh, no, it doesn't say. One says final pretrial conference, and the other one says final pre-jury conference. So they're actually different. So,
Correct.
I'm opening up some documents to see if I can tell. I cannot tell from here. I can check for you. This is over in Superior 1, the court over there. I don't have their calendar in front of me. But I'm going to tell you, I think it's February 14th. Final pretrial conference is set for 8:30.
Right, but it also says it's
What I see.
canceled, so
I know, that's why I said I'm not sure.
that's what I'm trying to figure out is it's
Under the
Valentine's
hearing tab?
it's Valentine's Day,
Yeah, I know.
and I have other stuff to do, and I mean it's really not my job to figure out whether or not I have court or not. You guys are supposed to notify me. And if it's been
Did you get a
canceled,
notice?
I wouldn't mind, somebody telling me that it was canceled. I've already spoke to even Judge Bergerson himself from Superior 1 today, and he hung up on me. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm supposed to be at court. And being that I'm going to be, arrested if I don't show up, the information that's on the docket that says it's been canceled, if that's not accurate, should not be on the docket. And if it has been canceled, I wouldn't mind some notice.
Yeah, I don't think it has been, but if you want to hold on a couple seconds, I'll call over there and see.
Well, actually, if it hasn't been canceled, I would also like to know who entered on the docket that it was and why they entered that. Because I have James Cupp as an attorney, and obviously if the clerk's office isn't going to be mailing me notification, I have to keep track of my cases through the docket, so I'd appreciate any information that's not accurate to be not entered on the docket.
Well, when you make a change in the hearing like that...
What change in the hearing are you talking about? I don't see a change in the hearing.
What I'm saying is that when you make a change of a hearing, let's just say, for instance, a time. If, let's say, for instance, February 14th, it moves from, let's say, 9:30 to 8:30.
Right, but it didn't do that. That's a hypothetical situation that doesn't apply. Mine was already scheduled for 8:30, so it was scheduled at...
When you make a change of a hearing, though, it changes it. It shows canceled. That's why.
Okay. I'm saying, though, but is that what happened? They changed it from 8:30 to 8:30, and that's why I'm seeing that it was canceled?
But the reason was other, and we don't know what that reason was.
Who entered it?
Scheduled. Well, I don't know. Probably the court. I don't know.
The
Let me look and see if I can tell who entered it. When you make any kind of change in the hearing, it shows canceled and then it resets it. So I don't know why it shows that, but it's still there. So
right.
send
I'm
that.
not understanding where the time was changed because everying says
I
8:30.
didn't say it was changed. I just said, for instance, when you change it for a reason, like a time, it was actually changed by the personnel in the court. Changed it from 11 when they made the entry on 1/11/19 from February 14th to February 14th. It was changed by personnel in the court. So I don't know why they changed it. But if you want to hold on just a second, I will call over there just to confirm it for you.
All right.
Okay, hold on a second. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, it's Kathy. Yeah, the hearing is set for February 14th at 8:30.
Okay. So it's not canceled.
No, it is not.
And it's canceled because, or why is it entered as canceled?
I don't know that the court did that. I don't know why they put something in incorrectly and they took it out and changed it. Whatever it was, the correction they made, which is why it shows a cancellation and then it shows an entry. So it was done by the court staff, and all I know it's on the calendar. We checked the court calendar; it's on. So
It's very confusing.
yeah, that happens. So I mean, when something gets entered and it changes and they took it out, that's why it looks like it's canceled and entered, or entered and canceled. But ultimately, under the activity of the court for hearings, it's there, and they checked with the court staff, and it's on the calendar. So good to think.
Yeah. Man. All right. So with the emails that are entered on these cause numbers, am I able to obtain these?
I wouldn't know why not.
I'm just making sure. Okay, as well as
Public record.
I received a call from the Indiana Disability Rights Organization.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm trying to figure out how they obtained my phone number. Um, and from what I understand, they got it from my attorney, who was contacted by the courts. Um, so these have these emails been forwarded to my attorney, or should they have been mailed to me,
It
or
appears that the Indiana Disability Rights Organization emailed, and it was a Daniel
Ward?
Ward, it looks like, emailed the judge in reference to an appointment. That's what it looks like. And so it doesn't really say too much, it just talks about looks like information and a contact number for you. It doesn't show a contact number for you. It doesn't list a contact number for you. But they were attempting to get a contact number for you. This Daniel Ward.
Right.
So,
And the courts referred him to my attorney, Mr. Cupp, the individual that I'm told is my attorney.
I'm reading through this to see if this is just an email from Mr. Ward, so I don't know what the courts did, but it says in this email that Mr. Ward is telling the judge that he needs to contact Mr. Cupp if any information is needed, because they weren't at liberty to say. So that's what it looks like. So that's how Mr. Cupp got involved. I don't know if anybody contacted him. I don't have anything.
Are you looking at a January 2nd document?
No, this one, I got two. I got one from December, yeah, January 2nd, December 28th. Actually, December 31 and December 28th.
Okay. Neither one of those is from the court?
No, it's from Mr. Well, let me see what the other one is. The one is from Mr. Ward. And the other one is also from the judge to Mr. Ward.
Also?
Looks like. Yeah, it looks like it's from the judge to Mr. Ward. And actually, looks like they're trying to provide some kind of basic case information, which it looks like the judge was contacting with Mr. Ward based on some kind of a telephone conference that they had at some point. And then Mr. Ward responded to the judge and said that Mr. Cupp had the information. So that's as far as it looks like it went.
Okay, so
I don't know if...
Is Mr. Cupp an attorney?
Yes.
Does he got some sort of oath and bond that's on the record for these cases here?
I don't know. He's supposed to be your attorney. I don't know that. You would only know that.
I mean, he's supposed to be my attorney. That's what I'm told, but I don't want him as my attorney.
He's a public defender. He's a public defender, I believe.
Right. I'm saying, does when he enters his appearance, does he file anything in regards to an oath or, something of that nature?
Well, not necessarily just what an appearance form would say. I don't know what kind of an oath you're looking for. What kind of an oath?
Something that would allow him to practice law in the state of Indiana.
Well, he can't practice law without a license, and he couldn't serve as a public defender without a license to do so.
Right, and what I'm asking is if he's filed any of that with your office.
He doesn't file any of that with us. It files, well, if he's a defender, public defender, he would file it with the public defender's office. We don't deal with the public defenders.
There's a public defender's office?
There is a public defender's office.
Where is that located?
It's probably at the state of Indiana level, and I don't know if it has a local chapter. The public defender, let me see if I can find, it's usually a state level office.
We don't have a local one?
I don't know, I'm looking. We don't really deal with that. The public defender's office handles it. We just make sure that they're in if they have to be in, as far as your case is concerned. Let me see. Office. Yeah, I'm not finding anything. Let me put in Laporte and see if that helps.
Using the old Google, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, I've done it a few times. I don't know if you're going to find much.
I'm finding areas around us. That's in Laporte.
It's almost like we're not doing it right.
I mean, there's a list of attorneys in LaPorte County that serve as public defenders that the court uses. They're registered with the public defender's office, so.
So there's no LaPorte County public defender's office.
County public defender, I don't find anything, but I know there's a list because the court uses the list that's provided to them.
Is that list public record?
Defenders. I don't know. I don't have it. The judge probably has it. I don't know where he goes from.
So the judge has the list?
I have no idea where he gets the names from. He just
Is there a reason why the judge would have the list and you wouldn't?
Because we don't have anything to do with public defenders. That's the court's. That'd be a court deal.
Oh, because like the public defenders work for the courts.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna ask somebody because I'm not sure about if there's one local as far as the number. Hold on, okay?
Okay. Oh my God, lady.
Okay, the public defender for LaPorte County is Craig Brazy.
Does he have an office as the public
He does.
defender?
He's in Michigan.
Or is
He's
it
in
just
Michigan
his
City.
private firm?
He's in Michigan City. He has a firm, yes, but he's the public defender for LaPorte County.
So he doesn't
You want his number?
have a public office anywhere?
No, they work out of their office.
It doesn't seem very public. Seems like a private law firm.
No, I mean, he's a public defender. Has anybody gotten a hold of you about this yet? Has they told you who your public defender is?
Yeah, it's James Runemup Cup.
Okay. He's with Mr. Snyder, but he probably could be working through the public defender's office also.
Yeah, I can't get a hold of him.
Who? Mr. Cup?
Mr. Cup. And I've tried to reach Mr. Brazy several times to file a complaint with the so-called public defender's office, and nobody's gotten back to me about that either.
Okay.
Well,
I don't know the number. I have a number here for Mr. Brazy, 872-2100, if you want to try and call it.
I mean, I can call and leave a message once again, but that's probably not going to get me anywhere. I've probably done that at least a dozen times already. I was hoping they had an office, like a official somewhere, an office, a physical location.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so do I have a forensic advocate on the record somewhere with these cases? Because it says here that I was appointed one. My motion for forensic advocate was granted on December 20th. And these emails discuss that in some form or nature. Indiana Disability Rights was contacted. So I don't see an entry for an forensic advocate anywhere. How would I locate that individual?
I don't. It's possible that hasn't been appointed yet.
Because my hearings were canceled. My hearings for a special judge, special prosecutor, and special public defender were canceled because this forensic advocate was granted. So I'm just trying to figure out if Oh my God.
I'm looking to see if the document that I'm looking at, doesn't say anything about appointment of that such person yet. It talks about the appointment of that, that person, but it hasn't specifically appointed the person yet.
Well, I mean, is there some sort of time frame that somebody's going to discuss with me? I don't want to just sit around for however long waiting on you guys to figure out what to do with me, to be honest.
Well, and that would be, your public defender would be the person who would assist you in all of that.
Yeah, so how do
That
I get one of
person is
those? Because that's definitely not James Cupp.
Well, they appoint a public defender, and then that person, I don't know who
Right.
it is. But
I
that
have the
person
right
will
to
contact
represent
you.
myself, which I would like to
Well,
do.
that's true.
And James Cupp's not coming off my case. He was supposed to withdraw on the 20th. I was appointed this forensic advocate. I'm like,
Well, then that will happen if that's what happened in the court or the pretrial or whatever you're talking about when this happened back on the 20th. Then this will happen. It just hasn't been filed yet. If he's getting out, then he'll get out, and then the advocate will enter. I'm sure they can't both be in at the same time.
they're two completely different things, and they could. The thing is I do not want James Cupp on my case.
Well, you can let the
I did.
public defender's office know that.
I've let everybody and their brother know that. I've filed paperwork to have hearings on it. Those hearings were canceled because I was appointed a forensic advocate. And basically, here's the thing: is a lot of this stuff is no longer considered covered by qualified immunity. Bottom line. So, Ms. Kroback, essentially what I would like you to do is I would like you to stop printing my name on pieces of paper. This is a fraud upon the court. And until somebody starts doing things the way they're supposed to be, like, I'm all for a trial. If you guys think that you can convict me of something, if the court thinks they can convict me, that's fine. But you guys aren't going to keep printing my name on pieces of paper and charging people money for it. So I'm telling you, you can go ahead and stop printing my name, or I will have you served in your official and personal capacities.
You can go ahead and do that. We are only the clerk. We don't make up documents. We only put in the
All right.
docket.
Well, here's the thing: is you may or may not know it, but what you've described is called falsifying the docket. Okay.
No, we have not.
I can prove it. You have no idea what I can prove that your office has done already.
We only make entries that are given to us by either law office, attorney, or the court. So.
Well, I mean,
we don't make up documents.
That doesn't mean you're not liable, and that doesn't mean that your bond isn't liable. So, I mean, that shit applies for qualified immunity. It's all great, but I mean, like I said, you guys can't perpetuate a fraud upon the court and expect qualified immunity. So that I was just doing my job stuff matters when the other people did their job correctly. Nobody's done their job correctly in the entire scheme of things. It's not going to look like you're the one person who did. As well as the multiple other times that you guys were, the clerk of courts, you're supposed to notify me of all kinds of stuff that happens on the docket, and you typically don't. This is just, I mean, as an individual that you claim is represented by a public defender, I shouldn't have to spend my entire day tracking everybody and their brother down to call and figure out whether I have court or not because you guys can't figure out how to enter stuff correctly on the docket.
Again, I'll tell you one more time, the clerk's office did not do that. That was the court that did it. We did not make the entry. The court makes the entry for the hearing. If you have a question about the hearing date, you probably need to talk to the court because the entry was made from them, not us.
What exactly do you do?
I am the clerk here.
Right. So when they do something on the record, on the docket, is it your job to notify me?
When the court makes the entry, it's the clerk's responsibility to notify you. When the clerk makes the entry, it's the clerk's responsibility.
Okay.
I don't know where the original notice came from. If it went back, if it got entered, it wasn't something that the clerk's office did. It was something that the court did. I don't know if it came from a hearing that you were in attendance or you weren't there, and they just continued it, or they set it, and they set it with your public defender, or if there wasn't a public defender, somebody who was working with you at the time. I'm not aware. I mean, I'm not the court. I'm just the clerk. We make entries and serve notices on the cases that we have notice and the cases that we are told by the court to serve notice to.
All right. Well,
So,
Mrs. Krobeck, I'm gonna be serving you here soon with a cease and desist, and anytime you write my name down on a piece of paper after that, I'll be going for $1,000 for identity deception. So you have a nice day. I get it. You're just doing your job, but your job is basically participating in the furtherance of a fraud upon the court and criminal activities. So apparently, since you're just doing your job, you'd be able to afford to pay me. You have a nice day.
I will. You too.
Thank you pretty much for nothing.